guys, welcome back to another episode of Earthly Nutrition, where we discuss healthy eating and living practices that empower personal authenticity. My name is Savi Menke, and today I'm going to be sharing some information on micro-dense food groups so that you can start to include more of them into your diet and have a better chance at getting all the nutrition you need to look and feel your best. I believe that nutrition is a major gateway into improving our health. What we put into our bodies directly influences how our cells function. Food needs to provide materials that our cells need in order to carry out reactions, build structures, and regenerate. When our cells don't have enough of what they need or too much, they will let you know in the form of physical signs. Whether it's acne, bloating, weight gain, all of these physical symptoms can be explained by understanding what our bodies require and what can happen if we don't meet those needs. Facing health issues can really suck. I think we can all agree on that. Whether they're putting you in actual physical pain or just making you feel self-conscious, they're distracting you from living up to your full potential. Authenticity is something that we all should strive for. Through our thoughts and actions, we can lead a more purposeful and responsible life, bringing more wellness and happiness to us, other people, and the world around us too. Micronutrients are vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. But generally speaking, micronutrition is just looking at food in terms of smaller molecules. So rather than saying protein, carbs, and fat, we look at actually amino acids, fatty acids, glycerides, and different types of fiber. Now this may seem overly complicated, but this is a science we're talking about. About. I don't say a boot. People say that Canadians say a boot. I say about. Isn't that right? About. A boot. About. Nutrition and our own physiology have this wondrously complicated relationship, and we should really honor that. But when it comes to eating, it's actually very simple. The micro-dense food groups that I'm going to talk about are wonderful for our health because they're rich in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and they contain balanced amounts of carbs, fat, and protein. If you prioritize eating from these micro-dense food groups, you're going to be getting in so much more nutrition. You're going to notice that your body is working a little better, looking a little different, and these small changes will add up into a big health transformation. Number one is green leafy vegetables. So these are foods like spinach and kale, Swiss chard, bok choy. These are foods that look like your house plants but are totally edible and one of the most micro-dense foods that you can choose from. I like to have leafy greens as the base vegetable in meals like salads, and if I'm having a hot meal like stir fry or steamed dish, then I'll throw in a handful right at the end so they just barely wilt. They retain a lot more nutrition this way, and the colors just become so fluorescent and beautiful. Okay, the second food group is colorful vegetables. So vegetables like broccoli and carrots and celery, cucumber, purple cabbage. There's so many to choose from. The combinations will make any soup, stew, stir fry, salad, whatever, just totally diverse in flavors. One thing that I like to do for most of my meals is to have one green leafy vegetable and 3 colorful vegetables. And I also use this formula that you can find on my Instagram page a lot to make really micro-dense meals. So third food group is mushrooms. These are a super reliable source of micronutrients. They grow right up close to the soil and ground, so they're crazy nutritious for you. My favorite are crimini and shiitake, which tend to be the most micro-dense commercial varieties. And if you guys don't like the taste of mushrooms, then you don't have to include them. There's other foods that you can prioritize, but if it just comes down to really not being a fan of the taste or texture, then what you can do is you can mince them up really fine and throw them into a soup where you're not going to notice them as much. Food group number 4 is berries. So strawberries, blueberries, blackberries. Berries tend to be highest in antioxidants in the fruit family. So throw them into your smoothies, eat them for snacks, and wear them as makeup. Group number 5 is non-berry fruits, and so fruits like bananas, oranges, apples. I prioritize vegetables over fruit simply because vegetables are more reliable for micronutrients, but I'll have fruit in smoothies, for snacks, desserts after meals. I've come from a community of plant-based eaters that glorify fruit to the point of it being a little crazy. So a lot of my viewers have participated in, or at least are aware of this kind of extreme community, extreme way of eating, and just understand that fruit is a definitely healthy part of a balanced diet, but don't only eat fruit because you're missing out on a lot of other healthy food groups. Like number 6, legumes. Legumes are a super healthy addition to the diet. They tend to be higher in vitamins, minerals, and amino acids than grains or starchy vegetables. So if you're having a soup or stir fry or whatever, try switching out something like rice or potatoes for beans, because you'll be getting in more micronutrients, and they also have these prebiotic fibers that feed our beneficial bacteria in our guts. So they're great. I love them. Number 7, nuts and seeds. Nuts and seeds are great on their own, but even better when they're paired with vegetable-focused meals. This is because the fats in them will increase bioavailability of fat-soluble vitamins, which vegetables have a ton of. What I've been loving to do lately is blending up hemp seed and sunflower seeds together, and it makes this really creamy base, which you can add different flavors to. You can turn it into a salad dressing or like a vegan cheesy sauce for steamed vegetables. It's super good. You can also throw in a handful of nuts when you're eating something like a salad. Just try to think, anytime you're eating something with a lot of vegetables in it, think, how can I bring in some fat to this meal to increase vitamin absorption? Number 8, herbs and spices. I am not anti-salts. I don't think that salt needs to be cut out of the diet, but I do think that you should try to develop other flavors in your meal aside from just sodium. Sodium hits our taste buds really hard. You know, we like salt, we like the taste of salt, but there's other flavors to explore. So what I would suggest is trying to incorporate some natural herbs and spices. You'll be getting more vitamins and minerals, antioxidants, a whole bunch of other health beneficial things. And then at the very end, when your meal is on your plate or in your bowl or whatever, sprinkle a little salt to really enhance those flavors. And finally, number 9, sea vegetables. So algae, seaweeds. One thing that I really like right now is dulse flakes, because just 1 teaspoon gets my iodine requirements. So the flavor of these types of foods can be horrendous to some people if they're not used to it. Might have a little bit of a stinky, fishy odor to them. So I would say, like, incorporate it into a dressing. Don't eat it on its own. I'm sure you're not going to be wanting to eat it by the spoonful. But just, you know, a teaspoon a day into something will get you iodine requirements and a ton of nutrients as well. Alright, so those are the microdense food groups that will really pump up your nutritional intake. You do not have to only eat from these food groups. You can also enjoy a bunch of other wholesome plant foods that may not be as microdense but are still nutritious, they still give health benefits, and they will provide variety and different flavors to your diet. If you guys would like to learn more about optimizing your food choices, you can check out the book that I wrote, The Microware Diet, which guides you through microdense, bioavailable, and symbiotic eating. This advice is extremely powerful for people that are interested in resolving their health issues, losing weight, and just generally obtaining a better state of health. When we prioritize healthy eating, we can improve our physical health, express our true selves, and lead more purposeful lives. So thanks for tuning in again today, guys. Jump down to the comments section and let us know your favorite microdense food and how you enjoy eating it. If you got anything out of this video, then remember to give it a thumbs up for me and share it around. You can also become part of our Earthly Nutrition community here on YouTube by hitting that red subscribe button. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Go eat some good food, be true to you, and see you soon. Bye.